right, ladies and gentlemen. You have just tuned into the Adventures of Sanpriest. Now sit back and enjoy the ride, man.
You fall on one hard time, two hard times, three hard times,
Out.
and you out.
And don't mess around and be black. Just gonna say it how I'm gonna.
Yeah, listen here, baby.
I'm not bad. I can freeze, but feel I can take control of your mind.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Adventures of Sanpriest. I have an amazing friend, someone who I've looked up to and still look up to and admire so much. I have Kwame here.
Hello.
So, what is going on? Well, I'm not going to jump to that question. I definitely want you to introduce yourself to the world. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kwame Michael Remy. I'm a international entertainer based out of New York City, actually New Jersey. And I try to bring joy to the world every day, whether it be through music, whether it be through comedy, whether it be through the medium of musical theater, or just daily interactions. I feel like our world needs more love, it needs more joy, and I just try to bring that authentically through my daily interactions with people.
And you do such a tremendous job of that because you were always kind to me. I mean, I'm not hard to be mean to, but you just were always kind. You were witty. You welcomed everyone. You made sure everyone felt special and you felt loved. And honestly, you were one of my favorite people to work with when we did Dream Girls. Best Jimmy.
Oh, come on now, Curtis. Come on, baby. Come on. Jimmy without no Curtis. We had to play opposite each other. You know what I mean?
I know. But
that was such a good time. Such a good time.
It was. There was so much love, but the talent. We all brought something to the stage that was just magical. And I just looking at you, looking at Natalie, looking at Diamond, looking at everyone, staff, everyone just doing great things. It just brings me so much joy. I had to bring you on here. And now that you're on here, one of my questions for you is, what helps you get up in the morning?
What helps me get up in the morning? My goals help me get up in the morning. My purpose helps me get up in the morning, knowing that I had a mom and a dad who sacrificed everything they could so I can be where I am right now, is the drive that gets me up in the morning. Unfortunately, my mom and dad are no longer on this plane. They've transitioned into a higher terrestrial, as I'd say. And so my goal every morning is to get up and do the best I can and try to be the best man I can and make them proud and happy and to carry their legacy on. So yeah, that's my goal every morning I wake up.
I love that because they don't, again, and I told this to someone else that I spoke to, I was like, the people that we lose do not want to see us just suffer and just not progress and not move forward. No, like you said, they worked hard for us to continue to work even harder. So I love your reasonings as to why you get up in the morning. I too relate. I love it though, because you are just like me. We choose to push for joy. We push through things that just seem uncomfortable because we know mentally we have the power as long as we have the love and the push for ourselves. That's what helps us. So I love that. Love that.
Yep. It's important. It's important to live in your truth, to walk in your truth, and to walk in purpose. Those things are important. Life will throw you a lot of curveballs. And what they say, when life throws you lemons, make lemonade.
Yes.
Stop
making lemonade. Stop throwing these lemons. Because it is true.
Listen, add some vodka. You got yourself a nice lemonade cocktail. You know what I mean?
Then I'll probably be drunk to make any more lemonade.
No, but I mean, we all weather storms, and At times, I know we all go through the whole why me, why is this happening? But there is a lesson through the end of that storm. You come out a different person than you were going in. And life is just a series of tests and trials and storms. And once you weather one, you learn something, you go on to the next obstacle course, as they call it, and then you move on to that the next one. It's all a series of ebbs and flows, and how you maneuver through them is what's important, you know?
And I do that. Okay, and I'm tired again. These lessons, Lord, I get it. Can I just give me a break? But you said something very important. Like once you weather that storm, you do get to another elevation in life. Like you basically graduated from this lower program, and now you are in a different class. Meaning, yes, with every evolution, there's a bigger battle or bigger monster that you have to conquer. And in that process, it's only making you a stronger warrior. But the thing is, you quit. You can't allow life to stomp all over you. You have to push through in order to get to your best. And I think that you are someone who is just a pure example of that, because you have done so many great things and you touch so many great people in a great way, like their hearts, their minds, because you took the time to choose joy and to choose love and push that out. I admire that. I love that.
Listen, it's not always easy maneuvering a world that's dark all the time, but you and I don't have every day. It's not a good day. I'll be lying to you if I said, "Oh, I get up every morning." Every day it's not a good day. I have my days like everybody else, but I try to, in the midst of the darkness, find the light. You know, freedom is in the light. Joy is in the light. So I try to live my life.
The light.
We are the light, right?
Yo, I know you would like to be a guest on the Adventures of Sanpriest. Make sure you follow him on Instagram at SANPRIEST__ and tell him, I want to be a part of this show. What do I have to do? And I promise you, he'll send you all the details that you need. Now, back to the Adventures of Sanpriest featuring Kwame.
To go into this is one of my favorite things to do. I have this game. It's called Spin Sans Wheel. And so I created this wheel, and with this wheel, there are a few questions, or there's a couple of scenarios where it's like little mini games, and you'll see. So let me pull this up for you. My creativity came to me, and I was proud of it. Can you see my wheel?
Yes, I can.
All right. So we're going to spin it, and here we go. Now, give it a little second, but yes, I like to talk a little bit while it happens. So it's just a great opportunity to just lighten up the mood, get people involved. And also, this is my icebreaker for my people. So me being the inventive Aquarius I am, I said, why don't we just throw some questions at them and let it be random so they can't blame me.
Uh-oh, should I be nervous here?
No, you know me. I don't even move like that. That's only after hours. And I didn't invite you to the after hours special. So boom, here it goes. What is the 10th or 15th picture on your phone?
10th or 15th picture on my phone. Okay.
I'm gonna do it too, so you don't feel left out. The 10th or 15th picture. Let me see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, I actually enjoy this one.
Well, let me see a picture. I need to make sure it's a picture because I was doing videos all day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is a good one. Can you see it?
Oh, who is that?
So that's my friend Dwayne Cooper.
I knew it was you, but I was like, who you hugging?
That's my friend Dwayne Cooper. Dwayne Cooper is currently appearing in Sweeney Todd on Broadway right now.
Yes.
And so I went to go see him. He was on for one of his tracks a week ago. And first of all, the production's amazing, and he was amazing in it. Most people may know him by his alias. He was on RuPaul's Drag Race some seasons back. By Milan. He was on Drag Race. It's Milan. Yeah. We go way back.
I just remember that whole split with the
the Janelle Monáe look. Yeah, that's my friend. Yeah. Milan, aka Dwayne. Yeah, he's incredibly multi-talented, multifaceted, and I got the chance to go watch him in Sweeney Todd, and he was absolutely amazing.
Yes, Child, I know a celebrity who know another celebrity. Yes.
Maybe I'm just me. I'm just me maneuvering this world, doing what I love to do.
Celebrity in your world. I say it.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yes, I should agree. This was my picture.
Oh my God, I cannot.
The internet just sends me out. They send me
Jello pudding.
they just send me out. So now that we have lightened this load and we lightened this mood, I am now interested to understand what is going on in your world. What would you like for the people to hear from you?
God, what is going on in my world right now? I have been nursing a baby for the last year. It's a piece that I've been working on. It is a tribute to the iconic Prince. I actually debuted this new baby back in February on Princess Cruise Lines, their Emerald of the Seas a ship, and Ruby Princess. It's a tribute act featuring myself in an 8-piece band, paying homage to one of my idols, which is Prince.
I'll do you one better. I'll show you the video. Check this out.
Only one will be, only one will be so afraid. Darling, I would never ever see you. It's such a shame our friendship to turn away, turn away.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's something I've been working on for a minute. Listen, when you are in entertainment, longevity is key, and the ways of doing that is sometimes creating your own art. We're taught if you for people who are artists who go to school to become singers and dancers and actors, and musicians, you're kind of taught to audition or apply for jobs and wait for someone else to give you permission to perform your art. And to be honest, an artist doesn't need anyone's permission. Just do what you do. Do it authentically, love what you do, and put that out there. And, if it's meant to be received by the masses, it will be. And some things are meant for the masses, and some things aren't. I'm very grateful and blessed that an opportunity presented itself for me to take this piece on the road. And so I've been off and on, traveling on cruise ships, performing all over the world with this Prince tribute act.
So first of all, I think it's dope because who don't like Prince? If you don't like Prince, something's wrong with you. I said it here, you heard it live. If you don't like Prince, something is wrong with you, and I hope he purple rains on your house. But
right.
But I think that is so fascinating, and you hit something for me that really hit home. Basically, we as artists don't need to seek permission to perform our art. And we are limited in this mindset that if we don't have a record label, if we don't have this main stage, or if we don't have these big major productions, that no one will care or we shouldn't perform. We need their opinion and their approval to perform our music. But I'm telling you now that I've stepped into this space where I just don't care about the opinions of others because there is a group for everyone. There is a group and a love for what it is that you do, and you are doing yourself a disservice if you do not try. So hearing this from you and then hearing those words from you just motivated me to continue to push because I've been
You're so damn talented, you better.
I've been getting in my own head so much.
Listen, we all get in our own way at times. It's the human conditioning, but we also have to remind ourselves that many are called, but the chosen are few. We are all given various gifts for various reasons. Some are teachers, some are healers, some are educators, some are nurturers, and some are given musical gifts, which encompass all of those things.
Yes.
And so it's more so finding confidence in who you are and what you bring to the table,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that that is enough. And that falls in line with artistic, with romantic, with just your daily journey through life, comfortability with self.
You
We
know,
live in a society that everyone is looking at what's happening, what Smojo and Jill and Johnny and Bobby Ray Sue's doing on Instagram, and they go on to Facebook and seeing, well, what Sheila's doing and what LaRon is doing, and oh, I wish I was doing what they were doing. A lot of that stuff is smoke and mirrors.
mm-hmm.
Everybody's posting about the good stuff that's happening in their lives and not necessarily the storms that they're weathering. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to have confidence in who you are and in your journey and whatever your journey may be. And walking in your light and living in your truth. If music is what you do, maybe go do that. If it's poetry, go recite some poems. If it's writing a song, write a song. If it's painting a picture, paint a picture. If it's cooking a good pot of gumbo, then guess what? Cook the best pot of gumbo you can cook. You know, we all have gifts. I believe that God gives us these gifts to be utilized to reach out and touch someone that we don't know.
I can
You know, um, even something as simple as a kind hello, and we take that for granted sometimes with a stranger, can change the trajectory of someone's day. Listen, we're all weathering through storms.
Mm-hmm. I
You
agree.
never know who the person that you walked into or walked past in the grocery store is going through, or you might have run into on a train stop. You just, we're all battling stuff. But if you live your life and you really walk in your passion, listen, my ministry is music. It's always been. It's been my saving grace. I remember as a kid growing up in Brooklyn and being the smallest one in the class and getting picked on. But the moment people realized I can sing, that was my saving grace. You know what I mean? So,
Because I was
Thank you.
and I could fight a little bit, so I beat
a
up
little bit.
I beat
I
up
was,
a
I
couple
was
of-
never the fighter unless you pushed me beyond limits, and then, well, then, you know, God help you, because I'm just gonna, yeah. Then it's, you know, blood's boiling, and I don't know what's happening.
But
But
there was a shift.
music was my healing. Music was my safety, and I thank God for it, because I don't know where I would be without it. You know.
I agree. After I had, and I've told someone else this as well. Well, after I lost my mom, I stopped singing, which was a little bit after Dreamgirls. After
I
Dreamgirls,
remember.
that was my last time singing or gracing the stage for a long time. My work hours were messed up, so I wasn't able to audition while I was in Phoenix, so that messed me all up. And then losing my mom, I was just like, I'm just not singing anymore. But when I came back home and I was embraced by so much love, I said, okay, now I can move, I can heal, I can get back to Sanpriest, Martavius, you know, and I was able to, and then boom, I was able to sing. And opening my mouth just sent my energy into, it was just like my cry. And I didn't realize why I got so emotional after I sung that song. But I just walked out and I just remembered who I was. I tapped into a joy that I missed because, again, I do feel that life throws certain obstacles at us to see if we'll break. And the fact that I would, just before I broke, the people who loved me came in and they rescued me and they said, no, we got to pull you back out. And I'm very thankful for that moment because I almost lost myself due to how hard life can be. So, and then in that, I started to understand the importance of joy, the importance of pushing your music out, as well as the importance of being authentically you, because people around you need that. And if you break, sometimes these people aren't able to heal because you were the piece that was supposed to put together a lot of people's puzzle. You're not supposed to fix everything. You were just a piece. And that simple hello, like you said, could change somebody's life. And for you being as loving and kind to me was very infectious and very, like, it affected my life so that here we are today. And this is me giving you your flowers to remind you to continue to keep pushing, to keep loving, to keep performing, because your gift is infectious. Your love and your talent is infectious as well as good.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
I'm the man. I will tell you to your face. I'm going to give you your flowers because I want you to understand what you do in this world so that you can push even harder, because life doesn't get easy for us, but we need those little reminders to let us know that you are doing a great job. And you're
I
doing great.
would say I am proud of you for weathering a difficult storm.
Mm-hmm.
And I say a difficult storm because not many will understand it until they've gone through it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I lost my mom, I was devastated. She was like my best friend. To know me isn't to know my mom. I mean, literally an extension of her.
Same.
And it took me several years to fully, I wouldn't say the word bounce back because I never truly bounced back, but for it all to become manageable. And I remember in the process of grieving, I had a friend, an associate. I won't say a friend because it's not a comment that a friend would make. Well, aren't you done with, aren't you tired of crying about it? I says, no, I'm not. And I don't think I ever will be. And I think you won't, and I said to this individual, I said, you won't understand a loss of this profound loss until you've dealt with it yourself. I said, and my hope and prayer is that you have the type of relationship you have with your mom that I had with mine, and that you would understand when you get to when it comes to that transition, for it to happen, that you will be met with the empathy that you weren't able to give me.
Okay. This is my thing. When it comes down to grief, you can't put a time limit on anyone's grief. The only thing I want people to understand, for the ones who are grieving, you have to still pay attention to yourself, because sometimes grief can become your grave, because you really would bury yourself into it. So I'm not telling you not to grieve, but also surround yourself around people who understand and will love you to pull you out of that. Because at that time, the advice that should have been given to you is, I understand you're grieving. I want to help you get through this the best I can. And if I don't have the answers, as a friend, I will do my best to figure it out, but I can't watch you sit in this and lose or wither away. That's my only issue.
I can say I was very blessed during that time frame. My circle of friends are incredible, and my family rallied around me and made sure that I got everything I needed, and was able to get back on my feet. It was hard because I was still on tour. So I literally came home, I dealt with what I needed to deal with, and I went back to work, because that's what we do. We go back to work and we're like, oh, it's okay, I'm fine. And I wasn't. So I tell all my friends now, and I've had some friends that have lost parents recently, and I say, take the time you need to grieve. Number one. Number two, find a counselor.
Yes.
Now, I know we all grew up in Christian homes, and then Jesus will fix it. Yes, Jesus will fix it.
Yeah,
Yes, he also gave you the common sense to know when to ask for help.
Yes.
We as Black folk in our community, we tend to not ask for help. It's, oh, I'm good, I don't need to talk to nobody. No, listen, everybody needs to have somebody to talk to.
Okay.
Okay?
Because where else will you run? Who will you run to? Everybody, and usually the people who are the most stubborn are the ones who take on everybody else's problem, and they don't make room for themselves, or they've tried it to vent to someone else, and they were like, no, this is too much, or they let them down. And it's just, I don't want you to give up on that, but just go to the people who actually are good at this. And they're, like I said, God gave us wisdom. Use it. Connect with someone who can help you, who gets paid, who has a degree, who understands your mental a little bit better, or can at least guide you.
There is nothing wrong with finding somebody to talk to. I think the world would be a better place if people just went and had somebody to talk to.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are hurting. A lot of it is generational curses, and people don't know how to break the cycle. And, we get all caught up in the stigma. I don't want to go talk to nobody. No, go talk to somebody. Get yourself right. Get yourself together. When you can do better for yourself, and you can do better for others.
I think we finally gotten to a place where we at least accept Black people going to counseling a little bit more than we used to.
Yeah.
That's because we're having conversations like we are doing. And I've had counseling, and counseling did help me. So I'm definitely an advocate for it. I think that everyone should take time to go to counseling because your friends can't always fix it. They don't always have the answers, but we have resources.
Yeah.
Free resources. You know, there's a lot of things and programs out there. I don't know them offhand, but I know that they are out there. You know, so if anything, do not allow yourself to just crumble. You know when something's wrong. You can see it. You can feel it. And you have to at least push past to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I know something's wrong. That's the first person you got to be honest with is yourself.
And love yourself enough to know that you can find the help you need to get yourself out of the situation.
Agreed. Like you brought a few good topics here. So because mental health is very important to me.
It's so important. I look at I don't know if you've been watching the news.
I try not to. It makes me very sad.
And
anxiety. I have really bad anxiety.
There are no words. There are no words I can say right now to put everything that I'm thinking and feeling about that particular situation to sum it all up. There are no words right now. We need better resources across the board for our mentally ill and our homeless. You know, and things are getting worse. They should be getting better, but they're not. You know, the rent prices are increasing. People can't afford to. And let's be real here about this, okay?
Hit me.
We're all one step away from homelessness, one way or the other. Let's just be real about it.
Yes, because I've been shopping around for an apartment.
You know,
that is, it's unreal that prices are in North Carolina now.
You fall on one hard time, 2 hard times, 3 hard times,
Out.
and you out.
And don't mess around and be black. Just gonna say it how I'm gonna.
Yeah, listen here, baby. Listen, no. All jokes aside, it's scary.
I was just having a conversation with someone, and I was just like, well, one, I finally got into this place where I was going to Pride events and things like that by myself because I got tired of waiting on everyone else. I was like, y'all can stay in the closet. I enjoy it over here. So I would just, I'm going out to Pride events, and then I'm starting to watch the news, and I see all of these things, and they're removing trans rights. They're removing the protection of trans people. They're removing women's rights and the protection of women. And now it's bleeding down, and everything has literally went into reverse. And it bothers me because we are letting people get away with murder. We are letting people get away with so much stuff that we as a Black community would have been locked up for, would have been demonized for. There's all these things that I'm not going to say just white people because there's a mix, but majority that are just getting away with things just because it affected our community negatively.
The one thing I would say is there is a shift happening. This younger generation, they're not here. It's giving revolt. They're not here for the shits. Language, they're not here for the shits. And I'm happy to see that there's a shift happening.
I am too.
And my hope and my prayers that by the time my nieces and my nephews are in their teens, that it will be different from what it is now. My Lord Jesus, my hope and my prayer, because this world is crazy. Empathy is at an all-time low. There's no respect for the elders.
Yeah, I've been seeing some things that are that have really bothered me. So I'm just, Lord.
That's why I'm trying to leave it light, leave it love as best as I can.
No, you're good. Actually, in another way that I would like to leave it extra light, but these are things that have to be said. We're both good energy people, but we still have to be honest and transparent about what's going on in the community. So I'm never going to stray away and I'm never going to apologize if we have to take that detour, because who am I to use my platform incorrectly? This was the perfect opportunity to discuss those things that people aren't aware of, as well as how it affects me and you. I can speak for myself boldly and say, I am an openly gay male. So I am in moments again where I don't feel safe in areas, and that bothers me. I don't feel safe when I go to work. I don't feel like, why? So again, bringing that awareness is bringing awareness to conversations that need to be had amongst us, you know, because we should
Yep.
support our people. And I'm going to say shame on a lot of Black people who do not, who literally push their Black brothers and sisters away because they're gay. Shame on you, because you literally are getting judged by the world. So imagine what we got to go through when I'm dealing with this woman who is white and she's judging me, or this woman who is Black and she's also judging me because either I'm gay or it's the color of my skin. That's not right. We have to stop that. We have to come together, because that's just another tactic to keep us separated when we really need to come together in love.
The moment we are able to fully come together in love and true unity, the amount of power we would have.
Mm.
Oh, baby, it's scary when you think
It
about it.
is. That's why they want to break it up. But anywho,
We gonna move along. We
we're
gonna
gonna
move
move along. So I'm just gonna say, so one of the things I definitely wanted to ask, I was like, if you had an organization or a community that you either wanted to donate to or bring recognition to, please tell us.
Well, there is an organization here in New York that helps families who are in need, artists who are in need. They're called the actorsguild.org. That's ACTORSGUILD.org. They are amazing support group for performers and artists of all walks of life. They provide services. There's a food pantry for those who are in need. They'll help people with medical bills. They'll help people with the rent if they need them. It's just a great organization that helps a lot of artists here in New York City and abroad. So if you can, and you have a couple pennies you're able to donate to this wonderful organization, please do. I'm sure they really appreciate your donations as they continue to help the community at large.
Which I think is great, because again, people overlook the arts, but the arts has saved and healed you guys for the longest. You got to pay attention to the music that you groove to, the music that helps pull you out. If you are able to support a different artist, you never know what song that artist may write, and that song could literally save your life, or what painting they could paint, what dance they will just dance and groove to, or the story behind this dance. The
latest, the new fashion that the designer was able to create.
Yes.
It's a whole world of artists out there, and I'm not just talking about on stage. I'm talking about off stage as well.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, the directors, the lighting designers, the stage techs, the stage managers, the production managers, all these people. And although Broadway is back, it's not really back.
Yeah.
We have a long way to go before things are fully operational.
Mm-hmm. But even then, there's so many things that happen in this world, and it would be okay if we could at least have something, an emergency plan, being proactive versus reactive, because we already seen what happened when COVID hit. A lot of people were out of work. A lot of people were stuck in places, and they just either came back to nothing, or they lost everything. So
I have friends who've lost everything. I had a lot of friends who moved out of New York and just couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've had some friends who they were in pre-productions for great new works that were supposed to come to Broadway, and after the pandemic, it just didn't happen. And so, you know, just imagine you worked 5-10 years on a new piece that's supposed to come to New York, supposed to come to Broadway, and then unfortunately, because of the pandemic, they've lost their funding, they lost their producers, and that's a wash. It just happened with a piece that Adrienne Warren was supposed to do on Broadway, and they started rehearsals and they lost their backers.
I wonder what show that was, because I do believe I read an article about that somewhere.
I'm talking to you.
Well, while you're doing that, I wanted to, because the show is slowly coming to an end.
I know, we could chat all day, Joe.
But before we end, I love to end with my bonus round. This is my favorite game. And before we start, I would like for you to grab an object, any object, big or small, whatever's in your area.
Right now?
Yes, right now. Grab something. It could be your favorite thing, whatever it is. You got, what is that?
My phone.
Okay. So if that's what you're gonna go with, now the name of the game is Sell It to Sam. What make me want to buy this phone?
Oh man, you want me to become a salesman?
Yes. Improv. You're actor.
Well, listen. This is a new model, Samsung S20. Now listen, it has all these great features. You're able to text and talk and take pictures. Let me tell you something, it takes really good pictures now. I know people talk about the iPhones. Ain't got nothing on this, baby. This is gonna give you all your good pictures, baby. All your Instagram photos, your Twitter photos, your Tinder photos. That's why you want to get this phone, baby. It's only $9.99, and then a monthly fee of $20 every month for maintenance and stuff. It's $9.99. You want it? I know you do.
I don't know. Tell me more about this. I'm just kidding. I love it. I always like to just pull just a little bit out of people, but I never want to end on a bad note. That's just not my goal. So I always got these little games, and I'm going to develop many, many more. I just wanted to say thank you. I know you are a busy man, but you took time out of your busy world to take time to just join me on my podcast.
So thank you for inviting me. I had to be here. Come on, you're doing something that's positive. You're doing something that's artistic and creative, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yes, I love it. I would love to have you come back and tell us more about your adventures, because I want to hear Prince. I want to see Prince, and I do support cruises. I don't know. I get a little seasick, but I'll find you.
At some point, I'll be doing some land stuff, but I sent you a link, a clip.
Mm-hmm.
I think I sent you a clip. I sent you a little snippet of what the show looks like and sounds like. So.
Well, then that means that everybody gets a little piece of this clip, because I'm going, with your permission, of course.
It's fine.
Okay. Well, where can they find you?
On social media, if you're an Instagram person, IG, I am Kwame, KWAME _Michael, MICHAEL. If you are on Facebook, my artist page is Kwame Remy, KWAME, last name Remy, REMY. And on Twitter, I think let me look it up, because I'm hardly ever on Twitter, but when I am, let's see, bear with me for a second. Okay, so it's Kwame Michael R. That's KWAME MICHAEL capital R, all one word. So holla at your boy. I'd love to have new friends. I love chatting with people. So hit me up, slide in my DM, say hello.
Come on.
Say what?
I said, come on, slide in my DMs.
Hey, I'm single, I'm ready to mingle, so hi.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you all for joining us. This was an amazing episode with the Adventures of Sanpriest. Please tune in. Make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe. Again, you can find me on Instagram at SANPRIEST __. And if I could leave you with one thought, it would be, if you don't toot your own horn, sometimes you won't have any music. So we out.
I know you've been searching for somebody who will set you free. I realized a long time ago that the makeup wasn't me. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to release She's Bad on June 9th. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Yes, set those reminders. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Shut your mouth. Shabbat. The chance to get to